Hello friends, Rusty Miner coming at you today with his Twosun collection. We're going to do a comparison of Twosuns. We're going to talk about designers, steels, just the Twosun lineup overall, and we'll do a little bit of comparison to what else is out there. I have put these in order pretty much in the price you might expect to pay for these. So let's take a look at them. Twosun has budget lineups with G10 and Micarta. This one's a Twosun 48. We've seen the Micarta on that. It's not really super, but it's not really bad. I'll do a little comparison to the Micarta. Their D2, which is this one is good, pretty good stuff. So this one is a night morning design. I think he's an in-house. He kind of does a lot of Twosun stuff. I don't know if he's doing anything for anybody else. Then let's take a look at this micarta. And something about the Twosuns, they're pretty good for action. Now I just say that with this one, and this is a Jelly Jerry design, and he has a late detent in there. This one's in 14C 28N blade steel, and something about the Twosuns that I really like compared to a lot of other knife designers is their blade shapes. So when you take a look at this blade shape, first of all, my thoughts on being a knife designer is you have to be a mathematician in order to get this figured out. And then secondly, what I see is I see art in this with the grinds that we got, the wedges, the shape, the function. It's functional and looks good, and a little compound tip out there. So when we got somebody that can combine their math skills and their art skills, I think that's two different sides of your brain. I think art is left-sided brains, and math is the right side, but I never double checked before the video. And then I also have this micarta, and this one came as a light brown. I did try to dye it gray, maybe to match this titanium on the back. I should mention, you can find this on eBay and Amazon in that $50 range. On eBay, sometimes less than $50, in that $40 range. It's a TS48, TS227, going for about a steady 50 bucks on Amazon. I got both those from Tangli, T-A-N-G-L-I. He's an Amazon seller. I'll be talking more about him in the upcoming videos. I believe I got this one from Tangli. Again, about $50. You get D2 and you get titanium handles. So that's a really good value, especially when we consider this D2's been tested, it's real, and I can tell you they do a decent job of it. The 14C also is real, and it is it's really pretty decent performance when you're looking at how it holds up. Moving on up into that $60 to $75, $80 range, less than $100 here. We could get you something like one of these four knives. This one is the TS293. We got a titanium handle. We got 14C 28N blade steel. Really good ergos. So we're looking at 14C 28N. Wanted to bring out maybe some other knives just for comparison. Here's a Harns with a K110 steel, the Falcon, so you can get an idea what we're looking at in size. Here's another one for 50 bucks. So the Harns is 50 bucks. This, by the way, is Kubi doing a Jelly Jerry design. Oz 10 blade steel. And when we go, yeah, that's got a good close. So for flicking and for closing, for blade material, I think that I really do think that Twosun is competitive. All right, I got a frame lock. I got titanium handles. I actually paid $62 from this on eBay, and you want to buy it from D-Win99. One thing about the Twosuns though, they do take weeks. 6 to 8 weeks is what I'd think. So, but when you look at the action, you know, that's pretty nice, and that's really nice. But that Twosun, I do like that one. I'm gonna bring up the Twosun 237. Oh, and that one's a Raihi. This one is a flipper design, as well as a front flipper. Oh boy, I'm out of practice with this one. Okay, titanium. You can see that milling. Carbon fiber. Okay, contoured carbon fiber. Frame lock. 14C28N. This is Wong design. He's another kind of an in-house designer. Look at the grinds on the blade there. A little rainbow. A lot of people really like that. They do come. All of them came relatively sharp. Let's say acceptably sharp. But again, 14C28N. $75. White Mountain knives. I don't remember where I bought mine, but I paid something in the $75 range. And let me bring up something that kind of, a couple of knives that remind me of this one. So, some other ones you can get for that, you know, $70 range. You got this Kaiser. I think I paid $62 for this. But one of the things that they remind me of is the flipper tabs. Okay, they just sort of, the action on them just seems about the same. So when we go to deploy this, they operate about the same. This is N690. It's also a nice blade steel. But when it comes to comparison, those two are actually pretty comparable for blade seals. 14C28N is going to get you toughness. It's going to get you corrosion resistance, and so is this N690. So this one is also a pretty decent job. They give you a blade design. So what I was talking about in some of these other knives, you're just not really getting all that artwork that I'm seeing in some of the Twosuns with swedges and grind lines. You know, this is a nice, interesting blade. It's effective. It works. This, by the way, is a Jelly Jerry design, and he's got a sweat. And so this one actually is. It looks like it reaches out there. This thing looks like it's racing to me. You know, like this one is the Raven. I'm trying to get that swedge, and it just looks like kind of like a bird diving for prey. And that's my opinion. So what else we got here? Oh, moving on up about the about $85 range. You can find this one from $85 to $105. Again, eBay, White Mountain Knives, AliExpress, DHgate, and Amazon. And so something about the Twosuns you guys have to know is availability. So if you see one of these knives and you like it, you better grab it, because you never know. They're just hard to get. White Mountain Knives doesn't always have them. Amazon can be sold out. eBay, you know. So if you got your eyes on something, might want to pick it up. This is another Wong design. Something about this. We got anodized titanium, and we got two pocket clips, titanium on top of titanium. One of the best stone washes I've seen on a knife. And also super, super, super slicey knife. This thing, really amazing. So Wong design. Want to say, yep. So we'll put that one right out there. Next up, got the Jelly Jerry TS216. This is the Lovebird. This comes in 14C, 28N blade steel, and just a nice little, pocket knife. So we'll throw that one out there. TS89, Wong design. This is a gentleman's knife, in my opinion. I can see, taking a pretty lady out for a steak dinner and whipping this thing out to cut your meat. It's just classy, very classy. A little bit of a conversation piece. Maybe in the office you can have this thing around. Flicks nice. A lot of Twosuns have something built in called a reverse detent, and that's where the blade has a little ramp to allow for the detent ball. This one does not. So, okay, couple of my favorite Twosuns here. This one is the king. This one's my favorite in the collection, a TS224. This is Jelly Jerry design. When we take a look at how the flipper tab works, got a little cutout, beautiful carbon fiber, or excuse me, titanium, carbon fiber, perfect size. Okay, that sucker just melts into your hand. No jimping, could be better with that. Grind lines, blade shapes, you got the swedges. Take a look at this top, how that actually curves up just right out here. That's so cool. And this top swedge, you got a little harpoon, Bowie style. So beautiful, beautiful blade. Take a look at the action. Again, Jelly Jerry. Kind of has that late detent, but I'll tell you what, this is really got some amazing action. I'll put him with the Lovebird. So, and then last but not least, I've showed this one off a couple times recently, the TS313 titanium. We're looking at a night morning design. He's put it there. M390 blade steel. We got M390 blade steel. And anything, what I understand with Twosun is anything over the 300 range, you might find multi-row bearings. And we're talking about ceramic bearings on all these. Makes the action very good, open and close. And then when we get multi-row bearings, it just makes them super smooth. So, oh, by the way, M390 blade steel, M390 blade steel, M390 blade steel, and it's done okay. Okay, the tests have shown it in like a 58, 59 range, and M390 you can go 60 plus. So that's what you can expect on budget lineup, and you can get some of these in the mid price range, up to $100. That Jelly Jerry was over $125, and then these are over $100. And some of these 313s were selling for $300 when they first came out. Twosun's first button lock. Got to cut it off, boys. Thanks for checking it out.